Can you hear me, Abel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing good, good. Doing good, coach. Doing good, man. We're ready for you. Everybody's ready, man. Everybody's ready for you. Let it rip, coach. Here, take notes.
Awesome, man. Well, I just want to congratulate everybody for being here today. Um, that means a lot. I mean, I was doing a meeting with my team, and you know what is the hardest part? Is to have people connected to the meetings, have people connected to the system, and sometimes we were talking about how can somebody wanted to win but they don't want it to do what is required to win, and this is a huge part about learning. um, we are where we are because we learn every single day from other leaders, from the creator of this company. And I want to share with you what happened with our business, how we grew, and what we think is going to help you guys to take your hierarchy to the next level. I know you're running for the Ortiz, for the Ruby Ring, and I just want to help everybody to get plugged in so that we can make that happen. So let me start by saying that I'm originally from Colombia, South America. So is my wife, and we got started in business for the first time back in 2006. That was the first time we joined this business. So I can tell you what not to do in business, and I can tell you what to do in business, because the first time that I joined the business, I failed, and I will let you know why. Okay. So I got started in business in 2006 for the first time. I was 23 years old. I was here in the country for about 3 years and a half. So I saw the opportunity with Primerica, and I love it. I love the concept. I love the, what they sold me was that I can become somebody, that I can be working for myself, create a company within the company. And I love that concept. But you know what? I was in a point of my life that I was not ready to be committed to something. And I know that was the only problem, because when we got started, or in Georgia, I'm in Georgia, we have temp licenses, right? So at that time, you can get one time a temp license up to 18 months. So I joined, they give me a temp license, and I was in business for 18 months, because when my license expired, my business expired. I was a regional leader. I was not near to become a regional vice president, but I was a regional leader making $1,000 to $2,000 a month. And then I did the opposite of what my coaches were telling me to do. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I was too smart to understand a simple system. I was too smart. I was doing a lot of things that you should not be doing. I was that type of guy back then. And I was, they told me, Carlos, you need to go ahead and get licensed. And I never got licensed. They told me, Carlos, we need to start prospecting. And I never went and prospect. They told me, Carlos, we need to recruit. And I had a hard time on the recruiting part. I thought that recruiting was bad. I thought that, recruiting, associating recruiting with people who don't like to be recruited and all this stuff. So my business started going down, no license. I remember, and this is a true story, guys, and some of you might going through this. They told me, let's go to prospect. And I remember we went to the stores because we didn't have social media back then, right? So we have to prospect on the street. We have to go ahead and go walk, go to a store, go to a mall, go to Home Depot, go to Best Buy. I don't know, you name it, we were there. But the funny thing was that they told me, Carlos, we were doing competitions on who prospect the most. And the minimum number you can get in order to go back to the office was 10 names. And we were walking into Home Depot. I remember this day, we were walking into Home Depot, and everybody was prospecting. And I was so afraid of prospecting that I hid in the restrooms. I was hiding, but that's not the worst part. The worst part was that I was faking the names, I was putting like Jason Ortiz and Madeline, and because I didn't want to let left behind. So I was faking those names. So by the time I get back to the office, hey, I got my 10 names, you know, and a lot of people are faking their business, and you can relate to what happened to me back then, right? When I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I want you guys to be very honest, because today is about how can we grow? How can we grow? And everybody can grow because we work for the same company, same compensation plan, same products, same promotions, same everything. The only thing is different is us. So I went to the office and I faked the names. But the worst part was that I was faking the calls. I was even faking the calls. Can you believe that? I was like, hey, Mr. Jason, remember I met you at Home Depot today morning. So how can we do a meeting? And we have those little bells, right? When you do a meeting, an appointment, you ring the bell. I was the guy with the most appointments with fake names. How about that? That was insane. And then this is what I was telling my app, like, oh my God, everybody canceled. Everybody canceled me. I don't know why, but you know, I'm doing the work, right? I'm working hard. So I want to tell you that, because that was 90% of what I was doing. And that was the reason that I had not a choice but to take the easy route, which it was quitting. And I don't want that to happen to nobody here, guys, because this company is so amazing. You saw what is happening right now in the company. I mean, for the last 3 months, I mean, 2 months already on 2021, company has promoted like 8 or 9 regional $1 million earners. That's something never seen in the company, never seen in the industry. Primerica, I can bet you Primerica will promote more than $30 million earners, more than 30 this year. And the Ortiz hierarchy will be one of them. I'm pretty sure they will very soon, we will be celebrating that you guys will cross the Ruby ring. But guys, let me tell you how we got back in business. I always had Primerica on my heart. I always had it. I love it. And I knew it was my fault. So it was Alex Sanabria. I don't know if you guys know Alex and Claudia Sanabria. Back then, they were making like $4,000 a month, right? $4,000. They were division leaders when they recruited me the first time. They went RVP and I quit when they went RVP. So, but he was following on us for 10 years. Imagine that, guys. He was following on us for 10 years. Just think about that. How many times will you follow on somebody for 2 days? Right? Somebody say no, most of the time we will be like, they say no. When you say no, it's that you're not ready to listen. You're not ready to jump in business right now, or you don't understand about this business. That's what a no means. It doesn't mean do not call me anymore. Unless they're calling the police on you, you stop calling them. Because you never know when they're going to be the breaking point, when somebody will need this opportunity, when it will be a do or die, and you have to be there. Because if you're not there, guess what? Somebody else would get them. So that's very important to have in mind, guys. Most of the people will be successful in Primerica if they have the right mindset. So Alex, he's very good at following up with people. So he was following up with me for 10 years, and he was like, Carlos, I'm already making $200,000. And I was like, well, great, bro, congratulations. Hey, come back to the business. I said, no, I'm not. I'm good. Hey, and then he called me like a year after. Hey, Carlos, I'm already $300,000 earner. I'm an owner. I was like, bro, congratulations. Say hi to Claudia. Come back in business. No. I don't like that. Thank you. If you want to keep being my friend, stop telling me about that business. That's how I was talking to Alex. Imagine that. And then he got to 400,000. He said, Carlos, I'm at 400,000, almost a $500,000 earner. I was like, bro, congratulations. But you know what, Alex? You better stop calling me. I don't want to join your business. But something inside of me was burning, right? Because you know you belong to it. You know you can be good at this. You know that it can happen for you as well. But I was in denial mode. And I was like, oh my gosh, should I or should not? And then Alex just found out that my dad was here. So I set up a marketing agency with my dad. My dad is very good at sales. I'm not too good at sales. I'm good at, I'm a very creative person. I love to create things. I love to, just for the record, I was used to do multi-level marketing before. So I came from a company that we recruited 3,500 people in just a year and in 3 months. So we recruited 3,500 people. But you know how much money I was making with 3,500 people in my team? Buying products every month, $8,000 a month. Just think about this if you have a team of 3,500 people in Primerica, how your income will look like. About $3 to $4 million, right? $3 to $4 million. That would be like 300, almost $400,000 a month. But I was making 8,000. So that has to tell you something right there, guys. We are in the Lambo of the companies out there. We are in a company that Primerica is so good that even without a team, you can make $8,000. How about that? Even without a team, you can make $8,000. Other companies out there, let's say they sell products. I don't want to name any company because all of them are good for me. But let's say they selling this product and they sell it at a $200, right? The most of the commission you will make out of this will be 60 to 70% for the entire hierarchy one time. So equals, if you're a new rep, you will make like $15. So you sell a $200 product, you make $15. How can you make $1,500 a month while selling about 100 products? 100 closings. If you only do 10 in Primerica, you make a ton of money. And I'm talking about district leaders and above, right? So I just want to tell you things that should help you grow because you're in the best business on earth. We're going to talk about big numbers at the end, but just think about what I'm saying right now. The greatest part that they created was to become a trainer and train somebody. So this is the reason why we came back in Primerica, because Alice recruited my dad, right? And I fight with my dad. I fight with Alice. I almost called the FBI on them. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. My mom. So, and then I decided that it was about 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks of crying, of getting upset, of being mad at the world to realize that I might be wrong. Why not to go and take a look? Why not to sit down one more time and see what is new? Well, for my surprise, nothing was new. The only thing was new was that a lot of people, the people who decided to stay, they were making a ton of money. All of my friends, all of the people that I was working with. I met the Naranjo's family. I met them when they graduated on the same MIT with Alex and Claudia. They were making 100,000 together. 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and then the Naranjos took off. Woo. And Alex and Claudia stay at 400,000. So I start studying the reason why. And then I start studying the person who was the master at this business, which is A.R. Williams, right? When he created A.R. Williams. So I wanted to came back in business, but to do something special. Let me just move my internet, guys. Let me move my internet closer to my computer. So I wanted to study him because I wanted to come back, but I don't want to struggle in the business. I wanted to know the secret sauce. right? We all wanted to have the secret sauce, right? We all wanted to know the shortcut. We all wanted to know how can get there faster, right? If I can give you how to become a millionaire in the next 2 years, will you study my system, right? Well, that's what he teach us when he started this company. So I was like, hey, this is huge. I mean, we all know about this. We all know about this. But are we doing what is required to get it done? It's a simple system that he created. But like I say, like myself back in 2006, sometimes we want to tweak the system and we want to do a lot of stuff that we think they work, and they might work, but you don't have to tweak the system. I mean, the system is so easy, and you will see it, guys. I will show you examples, and I can, I will see, let me see, I have this little presentation here, but before this, I'm telling you this. When I started in business, I talked to Alex, and I say, Alex, I want to be in business, but I want to make a deal. Can I become an RVP in 4 months? And he was looking at me like, oh my God, here we go again, Carlos. You're tweaking the system. And I'm like, no, bro, I'm not tweaking the system. I think you're tweaking the system. What if I become an RVP in 4 months and I start building an RVP factory under you? What do you think it will happen to your business? I'm a great recruiter. I'm just used to recruit hundreds of people per month in other companies. So why not doing it in here? Why not treat Primerica like the Lambo that it is? Why not open up more doors for more people? Why not get excited about recruiting a ton of people and teaching them and get them licensed and promote them? Most important. He was like, you know what, Carlos? Do whatever you think you should do, but the minimums to go RVP, and he told me 40 by 40. If you can do 40 by 40, you can get fully licensed, and you can build a great replacement for me. You go an RVP. I don't care about the months. You an RVP, and I was like, okay, deal. So the same day, you know, Sam and Elaine Shepard, Sam Shepard, the new $3 million earner. He was walking into the office that day, and then he said, well, Carlos, welcome back. And I said, yeah, coach, I'm going to be an RVP in 4 months. You should see his face. He was like, you know what? And he started laughing. He was like, Carlos, you know what? Go get licensed first, because he remembered that I even couldn't get licensed back then. He was like, go get you a license first. And I said, coach, I will get my licenses and I will be an RVP in 4 months. So we started working really hard, guys, for that promotion, because when I talked to my family about going back to Primerica, it was like it was bad. It was really bad. I mean, my wife didn't want me to be in Primerica, not because of Primerica, but, you know, because you had a bad experience and you couldn't make that money that you should be making. And my mom was crying. She was telling my wife, you just don't know. I mean, don't let him go back there. It was bad. So I made a promise to them. I say, well, my wife looked at me and she said, well, if that make you happy, I will support you. That was very important in our business. Even though she didn't agree on going back in business, she told me, if you're happy with it, go ahead and do it. And my mom just kept crying. And she stopped crying like a month after when she saw the first check, right? Because she thought that it will happen the same, that I will waste like 1 or 2 years of my life. And you know, when you're 36, I mean, when you're 23, you can waste about 1 or 2 years trying stuff. But when you're 30-something, you better put your all effort. You better go all in, because it's about time to take life serious, right? So that was how I was looking at life. And then I made this plan, and I told him, I'm not gonna fail you guys. I'm gonna be an RVP in 4 months. And I signed up my IBA. It was on February 2018. And this is what happened. Let me just go over here. This is a couple of the points, guys, that I want to share with you. How I think and what I was studying from the system. This was the system that I was studying, okay? The R. Williams Way. And I will highly recommend for you guys to read the R. Williams Way book and the Pushing Out People book. It's a $10 book and a $3.50 book. So you will spend the best $15 that you will spend on your life will be on those two books, especially because we're part of this company, okay? So R. Williams created a system. He could be a millionaire in ATT. For those who don't know this story, R. Williams worked for a company called ATT, and he was doing great on insurance. And he was making pretty decent money. He could be a millionaire. I'm telling you, because he's a mastermind. He's a go-getter. So, and he had these great ideas. And so he created this idea of, and he was, I don't know, guys, if you know Amway, but everybody should know Amway, right? Amway was created back then, and he was very successful. They had the system of, if you can work with three things, and the three best things that you can get out of people is other people's time, other people's money, and other people's talent. If you can create a company with those three ingredients, you will create the greatest company and the biggest company on earth. And then he associated with what he was doing at that time, that it was insurance. I mean, the perfect system with the perfect product or service. What a great idea. He said, I know I can be a millionaire, but what if I can help a ton of people become a millionaire? I know I can be somebody, but what about if I can touch and push up a lot of people to be somebody? And that's how they become A. Williams. They start selling the dream. They had a mission and they were correcting an injustice, but he had a mission that most of the people are not looking at, that he was creating the largest financial company on earth. Not only a financial company, but the largest company that can create the most financially independent people. That was the whole system, the whole concept. So he was thinking about, okay, because of the commissions we get paid and the bonus system that we can put up together, the way to be somebody will be, first of all, becoming a regional vice president, and second of all, creating an RVP factory. So you become one first, and then you start promoting RVPs. That's how I was looking at the business. I remember in 2006, becoming an RVP was about 2 to 3 years. That's what they told me, 2 to 3 years. So in my head, becoming an RVP was the ultimate goal. Like I mean, when you get there, it will be massive. You have to be super strong. So I never dreamed about becoming a regional vice president back in 2006. All I was dreaming about was to make enough money to make a living, to pay the bills. That was the thinking that I had because of what I got sold, what they were selling to me. It was that you just have to work hard for 2 to 3 years. You become an RVP, and in about 10 to 15 years, you might become financially independent. They were wrong. They were wrong. I'm not mentioning nobody because we all were wrong. We all were wrong. I mean, we couldn't do it better. We could somebody could step up and say, hey, what about if look at the system? I think we can do better. So just, he said, I want to build an RVP factory. And he was thinking about promoting an RVP. Just think about this. Look at the numbers, guys. Please pay attention to this. This will change your life when you start thinking to the next level. When you stop thinking about the difficulties of the business, because it's none. It's here. You need to start moving step by step and then never stop. And when you do that, look at this, what happened with the story. They created it. And if somebody has the power to tell me how they did it, they created it 12,000 regional vice presidents in 13 years. And are you telling me that we can create 10 in a year? Something we're missing right there, guys. They created 12,000 in 13 years. And after that, everybody who got started with the system retired. Before that, a lot of people retired because they had a ton of RVPs under. We all know them, the Vuses, all of the huge guys, right? They've been debt-free, financially independent, not working for over 35 years, 30, or some of them 37 years. They worked for 5 to 7 years and they were gone. And then look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. When you have the right thinking. In 13 years, they recruit and license 225,000 people. In 13, and you telling me that we can let license in 10? How come? The wrong mindset, the wrong message. When I say the wrong message, it's the wrong message to yourself. I'm not pointing fingers to nobody, but to ourselves, right? I changed the way of thinking. I never judge anybody's system because we all different. We all can make decisions. We all can decide to win today, right? We have a new opportunity today. Well, let's go ahead and win. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's possible. First of all, I put in my head that it was possible. So I become obsessed about, what about if I can reach that goal? 12,000 RVPs. The only thing I have to do is create 7 to 10 the first year and then duplicate that. And if the duplication goes well, I not only will create 12,000, I will create 59,000 RVPs. I will show you in a minute. So that's how we are looking at the business. We're not looking at the business just on the financial part, okay? That's something that I have to say so that you understand how we work. Because yes, we do insurance. Yes, we do investments. Yes, we're about to do home loans. Some of you guys have already the program. And yes, we do prepaid legal. Yes, we do auto and home and business insurance. Yes, we do all kind of good stuff. But do you have enough people to market those products? Do you have enough people to cover the market? So you either want to be a financial advisor, and don't get me wrong, financial advisor gets paid about $100,000 a year. Not bad, but they have to work their butt off every single day, right? Every single day. What about if you can get paid $100,000 a year without working that hard? And then your income start growing into 2, 3, 4, 500,000. So these are the concepts that I was studying. He said, I want to build an RVP factory. He said, there is not junior RVPs. The only way to create 12,000 RVPs is because he had this really right. No junior RVPs. RVPs is just another contract. And other contract that you do the production and you become. For me, an RVP is somebody who's dedicated, motivated, and then disciplined enough and can go ahead and take tests for license. That's a great RVP for me. He said the strongest RVPs are 10K a month RVPs. When he wanted to create a ton of RVPs who at least do 10,000 in premium. So I was looking at that system and I was studying. I was like, oh my gosh. This is genius. A little bit of everybody do a little bit, a bunch of people doing a little bit, and we'll get paid big money. Instead of a few people doing a lot of numbers, and we get paid a bunch of money. That's not the right system. The right system is not doing everybody doing 100 by 100. I mean, that would be nice if all of us can do 100 by 100 and all of our teammates will do that. We will be multi-billionaire, but reality is, and the system works when you understand the system of a lot of people doing a little bit for the business with a lot of commitment, with a lot of discipline, with a lot of with a huge goal. That's how it works. And not junior RVP. So I become an RVP in 4 months. For most of the people, even for the hierarchy at the beginning, it was a mistake, right? Oh, Carlos, you cannot be an RVP in 4 months. I say, why not? It's just a contract. He's just a contract. It's not difference. That do you prefer to have, and this was conversations that I was having with Alex. I say, Alex, do you prefer to have 10 regional leaders or 10 RVPs under you? Well, he say, obviously 10 RVPs. I say, so let's go ahead and do it. And then he bought the idea. And then we start working and we start promoting RVPs. The first RVP we promoted, it was in 7 months. 7 months. This guy's from Pepe's Mexican restaurant. He was the server manager. He get paid the same money of his fellow servers, but he was the manager. More responsibilities, same money. $6.25 an hour plus tips. He came out and he joined my business and he told me, Carlos, I'm gonna be somebody in this business. And I was like, well, I love that. I love to hear that. So how you did it? And I explained how I did it. This is how I did it. I got licensed in a month and a half, fully licensed. And this guy went and did it. He joins his business on November 19. He passed his test on November 24. 5 days, guys, to pass the life insurance license. I did it in 7. He broke my record. I was like, who's this guy? He is from Venezuela. He was like a year and a half in the country, a year and a half in US. Barely speak English. And this guy went and knocked that test out. And then he said, how long it takes to get the Series 6 and 63? I say, well, in my case, was a month and a half, William, but you know what? I'm a beast. I don't know if you're a beast or not. He was like, a month and a half? Well, coach, but I have to do the SIE. I say, who cares? I mean, I did it in a month and a half. And you know what he did? He went and knocked it out in a month and a half. SIE 6 and 63. And this is the funny stories, guy. When your goals are so huge and people just, they look at you like the right leader, that you're very disciplined, committed, and they can relate on you. I went like, oh my God, this guy is about to become an RVP. I better hurry up and get my 26. It was a year. It was a year that I wasn't studying. So oh my God, I have to study again. And I start studying for my 26. And guess what happened? He met the numbers. He met all of the requirements. And I went to pass my 26. I failed to pass my 26. I was so embarrassed that I failed to my team for the first time in a year. And you know what he said? He said, don't worry, coach. I got it. I'm going to go ahead and pass it. He studied for a week, guys. For a week. And went and knocked that 26 out. And he got promoted right after the next day that the 26 hit the system. Because you see that type of commitment? Instead of he getting mad at myself, he getting mad at me, he was like, don't worry, coach, you're doing enough for us. And go ahead and get it. And he went and knocked it out, guys. These guys that I'm talking to you, at the beginning, he was another mistake. They say, oh, no. 7 months, Carlos. I don't know if that mistake right there is making over $300,000 by today. Last week, he got promoted to ownership, and he's about to become an SVP. He already promoted 2 more RVPs. Can you understand how powerful is this? When you play the game as it is, when you put that right game on your mindset. So he said there's no junior RVPs. There is no limited territories. Now we want to take cover. Now we start the expansion process. I just talked to R. Williams. Imagine that. I talked to him. And he told me, you know what, boy? You're in the right path. You're doing it great. Now it's time for domination. I want to see one RVP in every city, every state around the nation. Go ahead and knock it down. The only thing you need to do is just multiply what you just doing. And I said, coach, that's what we're doing. And we're not going to stop. And look at what he say, and never will deny an earned promotion. You know why I learned this? He say, Carlos, I prefer to error promoting people too fast than holding down people. It comes from him. This is not something I'm making up. Say, I prefer to error promoting people too fast than holding down people, because this business is about promotions, emotions. But the moment you stop promoting people, then your business will fall out of track. I'm not talking about RVPs promoting other people. I'm talking to the new folks as well. I'm talking to the district leader. If you have people under you and you're not fighting for promote them, you're not fighting for going to division and promote some of your folks to district. If you're not doing that every month, your business is not gonna go anywhere. If you're a division leader and you're not fighting for your people to go division so that you can go to regional, if you're not having promotions every month, then your business stuck. Your business stuck. Why? Because look at what he said. One set of guidelines has to be simple. And then the business is about promoting regional leader fast. Do you see the word slow in any of these tips? No, he said fast. And if you don't do that, the train will fall out of track. Period. It's not secret there. You recruit people and you help them, you train them, you license them, you promote them. That's the whole system right there. And you do it with warm market. Only warm market. If you and I'm not, once again, I'm not mean to change the way anybody do business here, but if you're doing something that is working great, keep doing it. Keep doing it. But if you're not having the results, here is the right way to do it. It's not right or wrong. It's the fastest way. Warm market will beat any market out there. Social media, oh my gosh. Social media should just be a tool to get people just when you need it. But you get them from social media and you plug them into the system immediately. I recruited 4 people, guys, 4. And out of 4 people, I have promoted 12 regional vice presidents. Out of 4. Because I understand the system, I understand promotions, emotions, I understand committed to someone else. So let's say I commit to Jason Ortiz, and if Jason gave me his commitment, I'm gonna dedicate my entire month to get Jason to the top. I don't have to worry about other people. I don't know how to say this, but I understand personal recruiting. Yes, it's very important. But most important than that is recruiting personals under your personals. That's the real deal right there. I only have 2 recruits in my life, 2 legs. Only 2. Why? There is a reason. Because I only have 24 hours to work, eat, care for my family, study, and sleep, and do all of the several things. So how can I dedicate 100% of my time to more than 2 to 3 people? How? How can that be possible? Somebody explain that to me, please. So I got 2 legs and 4 people total. And off of those 4 people, that's how we create this hierarchy. And I'm going to tell you how it happens. But the most important part to understand here is what I just told you. If I recruit Jason and Jason is some way committed, it is my goal. You have to become skilled at this. It is my goal to help understand Jason that where he belongs is here with us, that he will have my 120% support, that I'm going to be on his butt every single day because he deserves to be somebody, that I'm not going to be looking for others because I commit to him. And my only goal is to promote Jason to a regional vice president level that it will change his life forever. How about that system? So when you commit to him and you can make, and you start doing the promotions, emotions, get what's going to happen to your people. Your people will get contagious. And they will be like, oh, shoot, I have to work with somebody. I have to stick to somebody. We're praying the wrong prayers. We praying, God, why nobody stick to me? Nobody stay on my business. What about if you stick to someone? What about if you stick to somebody and you help them? You truly help them. You go through a struggle with them. What about if sometimes you go and knock the doors because they don't want to come to the office? There is a reason why. They're not ready. This business is not that simple. So most of the people will go to a struggle. So you have to be the leader that help them go to a struggle, knock at the door sometimes, carry him sometimes, like Alice did with me for 10 years. We couldn't do it by ourselves. It was somebody behind this. It was always somebody helping us. So what about if you stick to someone? What about if you help one to grow and then you help another one? And then when you start duplication system, now it's 2 people helping 2 people, and then 3 people helping 3 people, and then 4 people helping 4 people, and people helping others. Pushing out people. Read that book. Read it, please. So, and this is just the masterpiece of the cake right here, the cherry on the cake. You have to know, why are you doing Primerica? You have to know, why are you doing Primerica? In my case, I was doing Primerica to build 7 to 10 RVPs. 7 to 10 RVPs. That will give me an early retirement program. That's the early retirement program. You get there, you can retire if you wanted to. With how much money? About $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. That's cool. Somebody can retire with $30,000, $40,000 a month. Anybody can retire with that money. Trust me, when I was making $25,000 a month, I thought I was the king of the jungle. I was debt-free, money in the bank. Whoo! I was full. Life was great. So, but you have to decide, why are you waking up today? Is it to go ahead and get one recruit? Is it to go ahead and look for one investment account or one pack or one insurance? Or your goal, is it really something huge like this, 7 to 10 RVPs? This is what we're working every single day. Every policy we do, every recruit we put in the system is with the only intention of promoting somebody, not to make money. We can make money every day in this company. We get paid, in fact, we get paid daily. If you're not getting paid a daily check, it's your fault because you're not working every day, period. That's it. So we created a mentality of doing something because the reward was huge. If you do this, look at the reward. But most of the people will do this and the reward is this. I work for a week and I close a policy and I make $500. That's not a great reward. A great reward is I did this, but I promote 2, 3 regional leaders. I promote myself first and then I help others. How about that? In the process, I made $1,000. Woo! That's a great goal. That's a great game changer right there. That's a great way of thinking. And I will become a regional vice president for sure. In how long? Do you set your promotion date yet? Did you really? I'm talking about full-timers, guys. Sorry if you're part-timers. Part-timers will make great money, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, no problem. But I'm talking about full-timers here. I'm talking about people who want to change their life. That's how we have to think, guys. Forget about the services and products for a minute and start thinking about the distribution system that you need to create. Create an RVP, it only takes from 4 to 6 months. And when you do it constantly, and when you never stop, you start popping RVPs every month. It's possible. With the replacement system, you can create an RVP per month. And if you teach that to your people, that's the answer on how to create 12,000 RVPs in 13 months, in 13 years. It's possible. Duplication, pure duplication. Look at what he said. If you do 7 to 10, you get your early retirement program, right? You can go if you wanted to, if 30, 40,000 a month is enough. But if you want some more and you want a stability on your business, you help just 3 levels, just 3. They're not asking you for your entire life, just 3. You help 7 of them to create 7 to 10 to create 7, only 7 under, and you will make about $323,000 a month. This was a great goal for me when I was making 0 with Primerica. Are you thinking about these great goals? Are you thinking about this? And then let me tell you, oh, Carlos, we already said this, but that's just numbers on the paper. Well, let me tell you a little secret is that it's happening for us. We decide to follow and we decide to put the work necessary that we need to put into it so that it works. We already halfway, almost halfway. We're making about $150,000 a month. $150,000 a month. Does that tell you something? And look at what he said. Each RVP do at least 10K in premium. And he said something else. He said, your goal is to create RVPs, as many as you can. And only 5 to 10% will do big numbers, only. And that's enough. That's enough. If you're an RVP that you make from 10 by 10 and a little bit of securities, you secure yourself $100,000 in income. For most of the people, that's enough. It's easy. And then he said, we're in the business of producing RVPs and the guidelines have to be simple, guys. That's how we play. If you join my team, you join my office, you're going to see an RVP factory atmosphere, right? That's what we all have to do. Get together, create an atmosphere of what you want to do, where you want to go in your business. That's what you have to create on your business. You want to create a group of salespeople? Well, sell that to your team. Selling. You want to create a recruiting mindset? Sell that to your team, and your people will start recruiting. You want to sell an RVP mindset to your people will start getting promoted to RVP. But it has to be talked every day. Every day we have to talk about this. You have to have emergency meetings almost every day. Because we play by days. We don't play by months. We play by 24 hours. You want to grow, you play by 24 hours. How your last 24 hours was? Well, you know what? You have a greater opportunity the next 24 hours. Are you taking for granted, or are you going to go ahead and do something special for your life? You don't wait for the next month. That's insane. You play by 24 hours. You had a bad day? Well, that was a bad 24-hour cycle. What about if we have a great one this 24 hours? Let's change it. Let's get you to the next level this 24 hours. And that's how everything got started, guys. RVP in 4 months. This is how we did it. I'm going to go flying through this unless you have any question on this. But Alex told me, Carlos, build a 40 by 40 base and you can promote yourself to RVP. Of course, you have to give me a great replacement. I give out 3 division leaders, right? And I went with 3 division leaders to RVP and 1 regional, 3 and 1 regional. He told me, you need to get licensed. I say, no problem, Alice, I get it done. So my goal in order to do a 40 by 40 was starting by bunch of 10s. Bunch of 10s will get you at least 1 leader. maybe not one leader, one team player that he might become a leader later on. One team player. So 10 recruits. I told my dad, if we can do 10 the first month, we should be able to go to 20, because this business is about growing over the time. 10 to 20, and the third month, if we got 20 on the second month, we should be able to do 20, 30, and in the fourth month, we should be able to do 40. We did 11 the first month, guys, 11 recruits. And off of 11 recruits, we closed 11,000 in premium. How genius. Internal consumption. If you recruit your people the right way, they should buy the products. If you recruit them the right way, they should buy the products, or at least they should take you to one person to buy the products. We're not talking about large numbers. I mean, the great numbers are 8, 5, 3, 1, right? We all know about 8, 5, 3, 1. We know that. That's the perfect system right there. But at least one person should buy the products or take you to see someone who buys the product. So a recruit equal a business. If you don't do it that way, it's not gonna work fast. It will take too much time, because you either recruit too much or you sell too much, or either or. You have to go very strong on both sides. You get your team up and your sales up, because a recruit will buy your products or take you to someone who buy the products. That's a key component in business, okay? So in the second month, we were supposed to go to 20. We didn't went to 20 because the goal was so inside of us that we work for 10 hours a day. And here's the first question. How many times, and be very honest, guys, how many times are you working in your business in Primerica for at least 10 hours a day, including Saturdays and Sundays? How many times? Are you really, I'm not talking about going to the office, showing up for 10 hours. No, I'm talking about working 10 straight hours, meaning that you're creating business, meaning that you are calling people, that you are prospecting people for your people, that you're doing interviews all day, that you're closing deals, that you're going to KTs, that you're doing Zooms all day. When was the last time you did that? And if it's not happening right now, that's the reason your business is not taking off. It's just a matter of dedication to your business. Are you chilling at home? Are you watching all of those great movies that are coming out? Netflix getting billions and billions of dollars off of our pockets? Or you're creating your own future? Remember, this is just for full-timers, guys. Just for full-timers, what I'm saying. You don't have to do this if you just want to make $2,000 to $3,000 a month. You don't have to. But if you want to make millions, this is what it takes. And it's only for a short period of time, because then after you don't have to work for 10 hours. Then after you don't have to even work for half of that. I promise you, it will change. I did that for 4 months. 4 months, because the business is about duplication, not you killing yourself in this business. It's duplication. So you do it first, you show others, and then others do it. And I got licensed, guys, in a month and a half. So if you're studying for 3 to 4 months already, guys, you're doing it wrong. You need to change the way you study, or you might have to start studying. Start blind. Remember, I was faking my names. Some people are faking the studying. They say, wait, well, I didn't see you this week. Oh, I'm studying. Are you studying for the whole day? Nobody will study for more than 4 hours a day, guys. Trust me. 4 to 5 is the max. So what are you doing with the rest of the hours? Are you really want to be somebody, or you just want to kind of have some money? So I studied. This is how we did it, guys. 9 a.m. at the office, 10 p.m. getting out of the office. I got home at 10:30. My kids were already asleep. My wife was about to go to sleep because she knew I was studying. When I commit to something, guys, I'm on it. So she fixed me a plate. I ate. kids her, she fall asleep and start studying until 1:30 a.m. that I fall asleep, exhausted, and wake up before 5 a.m. every single day until I pass my 6 and 63. It took me a month and a half only. I did that for a month and a half. I was sleeping for about 4 hours. If you don't have your license, guys, and you're sleeping for 8 hours, that's the reason you don't have your license. That's the only reason. If you don't have your license, if you're not fully licensed, how can you be ready? Just listen to this. And this is what changed our business, guys. I talked to my people the same thing, but a year ago, January 2020, I got an emergency meeting and I say, if you're sleeping for at least 8 hours, then you don't deserve to win in this business. Because I'm about to promote 9 regional vice presidents and I have none fully licensed people. How can that be possible? I'm about to promote 9 regional vice presidents and I have 0 fully licensed people. So you better start putting everything you got into this if you want to get promoted, because it will be you or it will be somebody else. But I will promote 9 this year. And what a change in business. Everybody started looking like a zombie, right? And I was like, are you okay? Well, coach, you told us that we cannot sleep for 8 hours. And they were like, well, I don't mean that. But, you need to study until your body say, no more. Go to rest, but wake up early. And your mind will wake you up automatically because you're owning it. You will be desperate. You will be like, oh, shoot, I fall asleep. Let me hurry up and keep studying because the kids are about to wake up. It has to be like that, guys. I did a course and I say, whoever wants to go RVP, let's do an SIE course. I never took the SIE because I went straight to 6 and 63. I never took SIE, but I did a course on SIE. Can you imagine what can I teach about SIE? I don't know. The only thing I proved them, it was that I was committed enough to work shoulder to shoulder until the job gets done. And I put myself from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for 4 hours a day for 2 weeks. And I got 6 fully licensed people 3 months after. 6. Because I had something clear, and it was promoting 9 regional vice president in 2020. And I was working like I had to get it done, and we did it. I see you have any question, Abel?
Man, coach, I mean, coach, you guys have any question? Coach Ed Ortiz or Eric?
I think somebody raised their hand or.
Oh, no, you got it, coach. You can keep going.
Okay, so then that's how exactly happens, guys. Last year, just look at this. Look at this. In 2018, we got started, right? Got promoted into RVP in 4 months. We make $100,000 in 9 months and a half. But we had 0 RVPs. But we had a dream of producing RVP. So we go ahead and remember this guy, William Castro. He's the one who works for Pepe's Mexican restaurant. 7 months to RVP. And he gets his ring on his first 6 months in as RVP. Boom. And we crossed over 200,000 because we had 1 RVP. We were growing the right way, promoting people, helping people. And then 2020 was the explosive year for us. Why? Because we had a coach. We have a coach that stretched our mindset. Just think about, guys, we were 2 years in business, 2 years in business. And this is what Coach Sam Shepard gave us. He said, Carlos, I need you to follow this. And I said, Coach, you crazy. He said, Carlos, I need you to study these numbers because every time you study something, you get it done. So I need you to study this. This is how you're going to get to 500,000 this year in 2020. And I look at 30, 30s on, 40, 50s. I say, Coach, it's impossible to do all of that income in a month. I mean, I can go to 300,000 barely, but he was study these numbers, Carlos. I know you can get it done. And you know what? He was right. This was fire me up to build 9 RVPs because when I studied the numbers, I was like, it's kind of impossible for myself and it's not healthy for my business to go 30, 40, $50,000 by myself. It's not. First of all, it's kind of impossible, but I like impossible things. So I know I will do it by myself, but it's not healthy. It's not multiplicable. So I need to promote 9 RVPs. I thought that with 9 RVPs, I will get paid $500,000 in income. That's what I thought. And then we started in a race to promote RVPs, and look at what we did, guys. These are the actual numbers. We not only did what he said, we beat the numbers. We duplicated, and we tripled those numbers. Because we were on a roll. We were on a momentum roll, and we never let it stop. That's what happened in 2020. From a, I don't know, Coach, this is impossible, to, okay, I got it, Coach. What about if you get that mentality of, I got it, Coach? You're the new rep? Go ahead and tell your coach, I got it, Coach. And when he say you need to do 3x3, the only words have to come out of your mouth should be, I got it, Coach. And that's how big hierarchies are created, with I got it, Coach mentality. Whoever your coach say, you have to follow. You know what my people say? They say, somebody, Gilbert Soltero, he's a $400,000 earner. He say, when my coach say that he's red, and even though I'm seeing it that he's green, you know what I say? It's red, because he say it was red. So I don't care if other people see green, even though I'm seeing green, it's red. That's how you play this game. This is a community. You know why Facebook is so big? Because become a community. Because become something special. And that's how actually happened. With something impossible, we duplicate the numbers. And we were on track to do 9 RVPs. I mean, that was the dream. We didn't finish at 9. We finished at 11 RVPs. Because we were working for it, guys. We set up the goal. We set the goal and we knocked them out. It was impossible for us to go to $1 million. They told us, and I'm a big believer of the more licenses you have, of course, the more chances of doing new businesses. The more licenses, the bigger your hierarchy, the bigger your team, more businesses. But sometimes you need to see how your business is going. Guys, we only have 230 licenses in our team. But most of them are, 10% of those are about to be RVPs. So I found that it was more effective to have more RVPs than license. Well, it's a balance. It's a balance. If you create 1,000 licenses by yourself, you might get to $1 million with 2 to 3 RVPs, but you don't need 1,000 licenses to go to $1 million when you have 10, 12 RVPs. So you have to decide which route you want to go. You need a balance. Great licensing, great promotions, both of them. And you will go to the next level, unstoppable. Imagine if you have 1,000 licenses and 30 RVPs. That's 4 millions right there. 4 millions. So that's something we have to understand in this game, guys. And look at this, below RVPs. This is how our hierarchy looks like. From 1 RVP last year, guys, making 235,000. Last year, 235. 1 RVP. This is how it looks, the hierarchy. This is below RVPs. We have $250,000 earners. This lady that you see right here, Carolina Monroy, she was our first recruit. Our first recruit, the first one. Number one, uno. Her income is $96,000 by now. She will be $100,000 earner by tomorrow or the latest Friday. That's a set goal that she has. She's working for 10 to 12 hours to get it done the way it's supposed to happen. And she will become a regional vice president at the end of this month. How about that? That's one of the greatest accomplishments we did in business, because the first one who said yes to the opportunity is getting promoted to RVP. She wasn't the fastest one, but she helped me create this organization. Now I'm paying forward. I'm working side by side to her, because she decided to do this seriously 3 months ago. Seriously, like all in. Now she will become $100,000 earner and an RVP. How about that? And then we have this lady, 10 months in business. They start during COVID on April of 2020. Now they're $100,000 earners. They're studying for their licenses to become regional vice president. And this is how the hierarchy looks, guys. We went from $100,000 in 2018 to $200,000 with one RVP. We create 10 RVPs last year. That's how we got to the million. Very simple concept. Promote, 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 help, 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 commit to someone. And this is how the whole hierarchy looks like, just the RVPs. We have 12 RVPs, 2 $400,000 earner, one about to become $500,000, $500,000 from Uber to halfway to millionaire. How about that? From Uber, the restaurant guy. We have a welder, Gilbert Soltero, making $400,000. He used to weld. He was welding for a company from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Monday through Saturdays. Couldn't see his family. He's the happiest man on earth, because now he makes money. He can take his daughter to the games and to all of the things, and he can finally see his wife. They're the happiest couple ever. And look at something, guys, here. They're not only RVPs. Some people tell me, Carlos, if you keep promoting RVPs that fast, first of all, your base shop will get down to zero. I say, well, you don't understand replacements. Because I never brought any of these guys. Never, none, zero. I didn't recruit them. The system recruited for me. And the replacement system put them as RVPs. Not Carlos and Monica. We were just following the system. And this is how it happened. So guys, this is what you need to learn by heart. The multiplication of 3. This is how it works. Please pay attention on this. Take your notes. Let's say the only thing I need to do in business, guy, and I need to do well, is to go ahead and find myself 3 committed and disciplined people. That's the only thing. That's your only, the only thing you need to put into this business. Go get yourself 3 committed people, at least 3. So let me give you an example. Let's say I get Avo and I get Jason and I get Cindy. And they get super committed to myself and to their self and to their family. And they want to be somebody in this business. Yes, you might not just recruit 3 to get 3. Now you might have to recruit 10 to 20 to get those 3. But who cares? Go do it, because you need to do this. It's a requirement to win in business. So you get your 3. And Jason, let me ask you a question, man. If I teach you how to make $100,000 a year, the only thing you need to do is commit to me and to the business and to yourself. And the only thing you need to do is do a 3x3 production every month. That's the only thing I'm asking you. Do a 3x3 every month for the rest of your life with your entire team or hierarchy. Can you do that? Right? So just have in mind that I'm going to be on your side. I'm going to work with you every day for that to happen. I'm going to make sure you get your 3x3. Are you on for the challenge? Avo, are you on for that challenge as well?
Yes, sir. All in.
What about Cindy? Are you all in for this challenge? I'm going to be on you. I'm going to be on top of you so that you can make sure that you get your 3x3 minimum at least. If we do 10x10, great. If we would do 20x20, even better. But the only thing we need to do for this to work is 3x3. Are you on for the challenge, Cindy? Great. I completed it. The first stage of the business. I completed it, guys. When I'm telling you this, I'm meaning by heart. This is how you create retention. This is how you create real players. And these are my 3 key players. This is 90% of my time. 90% of my time will be dedicated to them and their organizations. And 10% will be dedicated to the people below them. So how I make sure that they're okay? I'm not going to go ahead and recruit people from outside. I'm going to make sure I recruit people from inside. I'm going to help Jason and Cindy and Abel to grow. With who? With the new people, with the new recruits. So it's called digging in there. Digging and digging and digging and digging until you find new starts. And then that's the first stage of the business. And the second one, and you're done with this. You're done with your part. And now you make sure others do their part is I'm going to teach Abel and Jason and Cindy to teach them, to teach their 3 people, their 3 key people to do the same. And this is how you create a 10x10 base shop. That's how easy is this business, guy. A 10x10 base shop is created by you getting yourself 3 committed people in your business, not 10, not 20, not 40. 3. But sometimes we don't get to create 1 because we're looking for too many. Please get me right. I'm not saying that you don't have to recruit. We recruited 2,900 people in 3 years, 2,900. And with 2,900, we only have 230 licenses. And with 230 licenses, we only have 12 RVPs. So in order to create 12 RVPs, we have to recruit 2,900 people. That's just a process. But how we did that through this? Off of those 2,900, I found my 3, and I help more than 20 people to find their 3. That's why we have a hierarchy. That's how it works. You cannot rush the process. If you want to rush it, this is the right way to rush it. How about you get your 3? Hey, Cindy, so I'm helping you to build your 3, but I need you to get on top of your people so that they can find their own 3. I'm going to help you. I'm going to recruit people under them. How? Well, with their new people, we're going to get this team and we're going to recruit people immediately. And then we do the good stuff, the top 25, the training, the field training appointments and all the great stuff. Now, when you get this done, you make sure you get this done before you're trying to go to 30, 40, 50. Get it done because you need solid foundations to grow this business. And then you want to go through a 30-30 base shop. The only thing is I need to teach Jason and Abel and Cindy on how to teach their 3 each to get 3 every month. That's it. And that's how it happens, guys. And then you go to 100 by 100 base shop. You just need to go 4 levels down to get 100 by 100 base shop. We were making, guys, 120,000 in premium last year by January, February, 120 with 1 RVP. Now with 12 RVPs, we're making 450,000 in premium. It's called duplication. We don't working harder than before. We're just doing the same, duplicating others. And then you get this. And then this. Oh, Carlos, come on. This is just numbers on the paper. Anybody can write down this. Guys, this is not numbers on the paper. This is actually happening to us. And this is why I'm telling you that we're gonna not only gonna go for 12,000 people, but we want to get to 59,000 people. The only thing we need to do is to work another 3 years doing the same. Now we have more experience. Now we know how to do it right. We made a lot of mistakes at the beginning, but the multiplication now is on. So that's how you duplicate your system. That's how you grow, guys. And Abel, I hope, bro, that I can help you out with this. I really get excited when I talk about this because this has changed our life, not only our life, but more than 13 people becoming financially independent right now. And we aiming for thousands of people, guys. And we really hope that your T's hierarchy and all of you guys get your dreams come true. And let's take your hierarchy to the $1 million. It's the right moment. Why not you? Why not now?
Wow, guys, everybody give it up to Coach Carlos, guys. Everybody give it up, guys.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's
All
get
right,
it.
all right, all right. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, do you hear me? Wait a second.
Hey, Ed, what a pleasure to meet you, man.
Hey, listen. Well, Carlos, can you hear me all right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, listen, first of all, man, I just want to let you know for you and Monica, man, because I got to give Monica some credit there as well. Pero let me tell you que man, I am, this was absolutely phenomenal, man. I am just, I wrote like you would not believe, and I would tell you that, oye, mi hermano, eres un bacano. Eres un monstruo. In Puerto Rico, we call you un monstruo. Un campeón, you know. I know we got some Dominicans here, man. They call you tiguerazo. All right. Here in this country, you're a beast. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT, greatest of all time, man. And I just want to thank you for pouring into our organization, man. I cannot thank you enough. You were absolutely phenomenal. And let me tell you, once in a while, guys, in an organization, there is a superstar that is born, a superstar that is taken off. And that person is you, man. And let me tell you, you've taken this to the next level. And what I mean by that is that all this information that you put out, we know we went the Art Williams way. We've been plugging in with Art Williams, but you are the only one. You are the only one who's actually done it. You are the only one who's actually studied, and not only studied, we all studied it, but you went ahead and did it, man. You did it. And we are so proud of you for what you've done. You just raised the bar for everyone to say, hey, listen, hey, if Carlos is out there and he could do it, you know, we can turn into a Carlos, but let's look for the Carlos, man. Let's look for these guys because they're out there, man. And what you've done has just been absolutely phenomenal, man. And I just want to let you know that you've done great. And I highly encourage everyone on this call from this point on, man, we got to get into this book. We got to get into, if you have not gotten the A.O. Williams way, you got to pick up that book, man. You got to invest in your business. And I know we cover that, and it's on PDF, and it's all that, but we got to grab into this, and man, and we got to internalize this stuff, just like Carlos have done, man. And I'm telling you, hey, listen, it's there. If someone could do it, you have just proven the point that it can be done. It can be done. And while you're at that, man, get into that Pushing Up People book as well, man, because everything that Carlos had mentioned, it's already there, man. He just went ahead and did it, man. So I just want to thank you, man. And I just want to tell you que, oye, nuestra casa es tu casa. Aquí en Tampa, tú sabes que esta es tu casa. Cualquier momento que tú quieras estar aquí, aquí estamos para recibirte y ayudarte en lo que sea. I just want to make sure that you know that, man. And I truly appreciate you, man, and you taking us all to the next level. We've had speakers on this call from everywhere. I mean, I'm talking about $1 million income earners, all these good guys. I mean, great guys, great friend. I've been doing this 28 years. So you get to know all these folks. Yeah. But for the first time, I can honestly say, someone just brought it to the table. Someone just went ahead and put it on the line and just showed us how it's done, man. And if Carlos can do it, I know, hey, we just got to put that work ethic in there, and we just got to go make it happen. Así que, man, I really, truly appreciate you. I cannot thank you enough. And I want to thank Abel from pulling from within, man, and coming over here and setting this thing up. Abel is a regional leader, ready to become RVP. All he's doing is he's got all the numbers. He's got everything going on there. All he needs to do is get that license because that is another. I mean, I see Carlos, I see Abel, and I see Carlos, man, right there. I mean, just good, you know, it just, I mean, all over guys. So Abel, I want to thank you. Carlos, I want to thank you. I want to please thank Monica for us, man, and from our organization to yours. Listen, we cannot thank you enough, okay? So guys, thank you so much. And with that, guys, it's about that time. So let's go ahead and lock this thing out, man. And hey, if there's nothing else that we put on the table, we already know what we got to do. We just got to go to work.
Yep.
Así que vamos para encima. Let's go do this thing, all right?
You,
so with that, hey, listen, everyone unmute yourself and please thank Carlos right now.